final special game mode rework has released, and I have to say, 3 in a row, Paradoxum. Wow. Didn't expect these developers to not miss a single time with any of the 3 game modes. All of them were fun, hard, and a pleasant experience. I genuinely expected the Polluted Wastelands 2 update to be more than garbage because of how early it actually released, but it being a small, neat little challenge for the players who are going to attempt this thing is great. So let's just get into this game mode review, because this intro is already a minute long. Getting through the basic and most prevalent changes would probably be best, so let's just talk about the wave structure itself. The game mode was changed from a 40 wave snooze fest to a fast-paced 25 waves, where towers such as farm don't work here. Neither does Golden Cowboy. Now, this is something that I need to applaud the developers for. Making a short game mode that doesn't feel too cramped up like Operation Ice Easy mode is one thing, but having a balanced economy without farm or Golden Cowboy is definitely something that developers haven't done with the main mode. They have done it quite consistently with events, but for a main mode, that's a first. Another thing to mention is the new balancing applied to this mode. At first, the balancing for this mode seems quite unfair, but when you get the correct towers for this game mode, such as Golden Crookpaws, Pursuit, Ranger, Gatling Gun, and Supports, the mode is actually quite balanced. I wouldn't entirely agree that this mode is for level 50s though, or beyond that. At least level 200, because of how much DPS you want to have by the last wave. But I do understand the fact that the hazmat accelerator mission exists, and the players would probably want a skin for one of the worst main DPS towers in the game. But besides all of that, there isn't much to say about the mode itself. It does reuse more enemies from the Hexscape event, just like Badlands 2 did, which is fine, but I find one addition quite questionable. Of course, I'm talking about the Hex Weaver. It shows up on wave 18 and acts as a sibling to Fallen Jester, although there is a twist to this guy. He can not only give health regeneration, but all the other attributes to enemies, even if marked with the boss attribute. Pretty sure except Nuclear Monster though, since that would be way too broken, but the rest of the enemies that are mini-bosses get the effects normally. I think I should mention that Hex Weaver has the deadliest combination with the Nuclear Guardian. The Nuclear Guardian has 175,000 health normally with quad health scaling, but with the Bloated they can have up to 350,000 health. Just to add on to this, there's 3 of them, and they are both stun immune and freeze immune. So if those Hex Weavers don't get killed fast enough on any wave they are on, you will struggle, or even die. Now, there's one fix to this, and that is setting your towers to the last targeting, or targeting which is suitable for the situation where Hexweaver is positioned. This is something that I don't particularly like, since I like not using the targeting setting on my towers, but whatever. Can't blame the developers anyway, since they wanted to not have the player do absolutely nothing for the entire game. Probably one of the bigger changes of the mode are the rewards that it gives. This mode is now another way of getting gems, being the 3rd game mode to do so. I honestly don't mind another way of getting gems. It's definitely more thrilling than hardcore, but the amount of gems you get isn't that good compared to hardcore, but it's definitely better than the 75 gems that you get for Hidden Wave, so I digress. I think all I needed to mention about this game mode in a brief review, I did. So, I'm going to thank you for watching this video. If you want to, go ahead and like and subscribe. No, I shouldn't be asking for something that I clearly don't deserve, but whatever. You can also comment your opinion down below. I would love to hear what other people think about this game mode, and it isn't just me praising the developers for a genuinely great rework that they did for a game mode that I felt was lackluster. I still hate those hex weavers, and if those didn't exist, I think this mode would be perfect, but they do exist, and it makes me say that this mode is just next to perfect. Yeah. With that conclusion aside, this was VirusDetected, your host, now clocking off.